Cars Stadium for the second half of this 95th League derby between Hertford and Ware. I hope you got a suitable amount of refreshment at half time. Many thanks to the folks here at Hertford for delivering us our half-time donuts as well, which was very nice to see. Half-time here, Hertford 1, Ware 0. Chris Gosling with a goal after 27 minutes of the match. But Ware left to rue a couple of things in the first half. One was the fact that Albert Adu limped off with what looked like a knee injury very early on. And then Liam Hope, with about 3 minutes of the first half remaining, managed to scoop the ball over the top of the crossbar from 3 yards out. So teams back out. We're going to be kicking from left to right in the change strip of all orange Hertford Town in a familiar blue shirts, white sleeves and blue shorts. Just waiting for our referee Jordan Martin to sound the whistle, and there he does. Second half underway. Long ball forward, which Nathan Fuma will bring forward for Isaac Pedro. Pedro under challenge from Harry Watkins. And interesting to be a fly on the wall of both dressing rooms. I'm sure, as I was saying, that Ben Hurd would be fairly happy, whereas Paul Horsey will feel that his team have work to do. Dan Rumans, long ball forward, looking for Pat Adamson on that far side, but goes all the way through to Nick Hayes. Well, I'll give you the two team lineups when we get appropriate break in play, as Kit Brown's robbed while William Stanker on that far side. Harry Watkins finds Gareth Madden onto the chest of Liam Hope. Back heel finds Madden again, who looks to search out Josh Williams on this near side. Byron's there first. Finds Ben Wayman, who turns away from Maxen Fraser. Wayman midway inside the Ware half, but in the end it's Lewis Rose who brings the ball up for Ware, but gives it away rather tamely to Chris Gosling. Gosling's ball far side, searches out Kit Brown. Brown with William Stanker behind him, gives the ball away. Gareth Madden, though, has the ball slip under his feet, and Luke Geimer will have it for Hertford Town. Geimer for James Stewards. Stewards on this near side looks for Wayman. Maxim Fraser's in the way and may bring Ware back with a bit of interest here. Fraser coming across the halfway line. He's not got too much in front of him, but he has got Harry Watkins. Adamson steaming up on the far side. Watkins turns right to find Josh Williams. Williams right hand side of the box against Toby Byron. Byron does well to block the cross. Gosling heads it down and is lucky that Williams misses the rebound. And Wayman and Geimer via Byron managed to find James Stewards. Stewards on this near side for Ben Wayman. Wayman down the line for Alfie Q. Alfie Q on the halfway line there with Lewis Rose. Does well. Turns around Lewis Rose, but Gareth Madden gets the challenge in. Madden against Pedro. Pedro comes out with the ball and finds Luke Geimer. Geimer to his right. James Stewards has got an opportunity here. Kit Brown's in the box. Finds Ben Wayman. Ben Wayman's on the edge of the area. Tees up the shot. Well blocked in the end by Lewis Rose. Hertford got it back with James Stewards. Stewards finds Kit Brown on the right hand side of the area, but his footing lets him down. And Dan Rumans will get it clear for Ware down that right hand side. As far as Chris Gosling. Gosling brings in Toby Byron. Byron across the halfway line, going from right to left. Byron, one of those long, strong runs, he's become synonymous with here, but that one ends with him giving the ball away to Williams Dankwa. 608 then, the attendance here, biggest attendance by a long way in this division this season, as Lee Rose puts it forward, looking for Max Jessup, but Williams Dankwa will pick it up for Ware. Dankwa again down that left-hand side. Fuma's going to have to collect it. He hasn't got enough legs to go over for the corner, and in the end Nick Hayes thumps it clear on that far side. Ben Hurd brings it down, goes back onto his upturned bucket that he's sitting on that far side, and William Stanker will take the throw in for Paul Hall's side. Stanker down the line looking for Lee Rose. Nathan Fuma over his head, not too controlled about it. Stewards wrestling with Gareth Madden, headed on by Harry Watkins, who's in the area here. Harry Watkins right inside of the area, looks for Maxen Fraser. Fraser's got options, and in the end he fires the shot in, and it's easily collected by Nick Hayes, who bowls it out on this near side. But meanwhile, The referee wants to just check on James Stewart. They've got a bit of a bang on the head, I think. So hence he's brought play to a halt. That gives me a chance to give you the Hertford Town line-up. The Gaze in goal, back four of Nathan Fumer at right back, Chris Gosling and Max Jess at the centre backs, Toby Byron on the right, Isaac Pedro and James Stewart anchoring midfield, Kit Brown on the right, Ben Wayman on the left, and Luke Geimer playing just behind Alfie Q. As far as Ware are concerned, Callum Kishka in goal, Maxime Fraser at right back, Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans at centre back, Williams Dankwa at left back, Pat Adamson on the left, Josh Williams on the right, Lee Rose and Gareth Madden in the centre of midfield, and Harry Watkins, who's come on in place of the injured Albert Adu, just behind Liam Hope. Well, that's our two lineups as Fraser does search out Liam Hope, but Byron turns. Hope gets a bang in the face, and Byron comes away with the ball. Toby Byron, though, gives it away to Williams Dankwa. Dankwa on this near side for Maxen Fraser, who can only help it on with Alfie Q. Q puts it over the line, or it looked like, but Hertford have been given the throw-in. Q will take it, looking for Ben Wayman. Wayman down this left-hand side. Wayman turns. Wayman still going. It's on the edge of the area is Ben Wayman. A look for James Stewart, but the header came from Dan Rumans. Adamson bumps into Isaac Pedro and the ball will break, and the referee's given a free kick, I think, or he may be concerned that Isaac Pedro got a bang on the head this time. And so he's in fact going to be a Ware free kick. Pedro gets up gingerly at first to his feet. So news around this division was the top three were all losing at half time, and I tell you, Westfield have conceded a second against Chertsey. Jonathan Hippolyte has scored Chertsey second. Hamwell 2-1 down, Chertsey 2-0 down, Ware 1-0 down. One of those two could get back and win their games. Could be a big afternoon. Otherwise, it's going to be all to play for again next week when Hamwell come to Ware, of course. Callum Kitchka, right-footed downfield, looking for Liam Hope on the edge of the area, but it's sorted out by Gosling. Hope wins it again away from Isaac Pedro, bounces off of Pat Adamson, but the referee gives a free kick to Hertford. Substitutes, by the way, for Hertford: Dane Batt, Samuel Yanur and Dan Pett, Gersonek, Jagdev and David Ogbonna. And as far as Ware are concerned, well, they've still got two to use of their allotted three, as Dan Romans just polices the ball away from Kit Brown on that far side. Dave Kendall, Andre McCollin, Ala Ujdi and Tommy Wade as the ball put forward. Watkins racing against Jessup, who sold Hayes short, but Nick Hayes just about managed to get to it and sky it out on that far side. So Ware fans have taken over the stable end. Now having the goal away to our right hand side. William Stankwell will take the throw in for Ware. Lee Rose goes up. Pat Adamson can control the ball, and Hertford will get back. Hertford fans are down away to our left hand side here, letting the Ware fans that they didn't think they were in the ground anymore, as Kitchka thumps it out and goes in fact out of the ground on that far side. So Hertford will have a throw in. 8 minutes, second half gone here in the East Herts derby. There have been 4 goals in the first one in the Velocity Trophy. Ware won that 3-1. 6 goals in the second, which Ware drew 3-3 with Hertford. The last second goal from Lewis Rose. Only one this afternoon from Chris Gosling, which separates the two teams. Alfie Q looks to find Ben Wayman on this near side. Byron's making the overlap down this left-hand side. Toby Byron's there with Josh Williams, and Williams does just about enough, does he, to let the ball go over for a goal kick. And Callum Kitchka will come and collect. Worrying thing, I think, for Ware, this stage in the season. They've only failed to score 3 times this season, but last week was the first time they failed to score at home, and the team that had scored 126 goals, well, at the moment, struggling to find a number 127 here. Kitchka's kick lands shy of the halfway line. Williams Danker is there with Kit Brown. Alfie Q can't get away from Madden. It's it forward to Liam Hope. Harry Watkins can't collect it. Hertford will get it back with Guymer. Q turns inside of Lee Rose. Still Alfie Q. Good footwork by number 9. Finds James Dewars. Dewars forward, but he's given it away to Gareth Madden. Madden chips it forward, equally aimless because he's given it away to Toby Byron. Byron forward to Guymer in a decent position. Guymer inside the area for Q, goes down, but was never going to be a penalty in that. But Maxent Fraser can't keep the ball in on this near side, so Hertford will have themselves a throw in. I think there was just enough contact to stop Alfie Q getting the yellow card there, but certainly didn't look anywhere near a penalty. That's the throw-in going to be taken on this near side of the field by Toby Byron. He finds Alfie Q again. Q trying to get through Gareth Madden, but can't get past Dan Rumans, but Pat Adamson can't get the ball in on that far side. No sign of a change yet on the Ware bench. Wouldn't be at all surprised if we see our Alarousti and Andre McCollin introduced in the second half as James Dewars goes down under challenge from Lee Rose. And the Hertford have themselves a free kick, which will be taken by James Dewars on that far side of the field. Dewars, who's, again, as I was saying, Hertford not the biggest team in this division at all. Not too much aerial threat, and that one goes along the ground all the way, and Kitchker has to come out and collect it on the edge of his 6-yard area. Callum Kitchker downfield looking for Josh Williams, who Toby Byron has defended well against all but once this afternoon. On that one occasion it's when Williams got around him, teed up Liam Hope and missed from 3 yards out. Maxent Fraser will take the throw in for Ware. Fraser down the line, looks for Lee Rose. Rose trying to keep it in away from Ben Wayman, managed to win a throw for his team, and Fraser will come about 20 yards up the touchline and collect the ball, ready to take the throw in for the team in orange. Finds Lee Rose on the edge of the area. Rose goes down under challenge from Gosling, then brings Gosling down, and the Hertford have a free kick. Whereas frustrations continue here. Hertford lead by Golden Hill. Chris Gosling, 27 minutes in. Ben Wayman really made it after Ware didn't get a corner clear. He found Kit Brown, who rolled it to his side, and there was Gosling, the side-footed in from just about 6 yards out. Ball's out on the far side. Throw in to Ware. Dankwa down the line looking for Liam Hope. Hope back for William Dankwa. Into the box. Harry Watkins is there, so's Chris Gosling, and Nathan Fuma just skies it in the air off the head of Pat Adamson, and finally it's Isaac Pedro gets it away for Hertford. Dankwa running back into his own half for Dan Rumans. Rumans all the way back to Callum Kitchker on the edge of his area. Kitchker left-footed upfield looking for Liam Hope. Gets a good flick on. Adamson can't take advantage of it. And the Hertford get the ball to William Dankwa on that far side. Long ball for Josh Williams. Perhaps an opportunity here for Ware. Williams, right-hand edge of the area, turns backwards, finds Harry Watkins. Harry Watkins, edge of the area, fires in the shot and fires it into the back of the net. Harry Watkins scores his 6th goal of the season, celebrates with the Ware fans behind the goal, and we're all level here in the East Herts derby. Josh Williams picked him out, Hertford didn't, and Nick Hayes had to pick the ball out the back of the net. Hertford won, Ware won. Harry Watkins' goal then. Hollow have got to go back meanwhile at Bracknell, 4-1. But suddenly, game on here at the Acre Cars. 13th minute of the second half, proving unlucky for Hertford. So will that give Ware some confidence? Harry Watkins, of course, wouldn't have been on the pitch if Alda Adu hadn't been injured. But he steered it into the corner. Whether Hayes was unsighted, I don't really know, but we had a perfect view of it from here, right behind it, and it nestled in the back of the net. So it's the Ware fans now, whose voices you can hear, but Hertford are coming Straight back out their rivals down that right-hand side, but Guymer's given it away. William Stankwell to Liam Hope on the halfway line. Back for Pat Adamson. Adamson runs into Nathan Fuma, and the ball goes out. In fact, it doesn't go out. Hertford keep it in play. This time it's Gareth Madden who wins it on the halfway line away from Guymer. Pat Adamson sent going down that left-hand side against Max Jessup. Jessup does well. Turns away from him, brings in Isaac Pedro. Pedro will get it away from the goal scorer Harry Watkins. Down the line, Kit Brown can't control it, and Gareth Madden wrestles it away. There's a long ball down that left-hand side, looking for Pat Adamson. Harry Watkins will pick it up for Ware. Watkins cheese it into the box, but Hayes comes out and controls. Tooting have scored a third now. Danny Bassett, a prolific goal scorer, has got Tooting's third at Hamwell. So at the moment, it isn't such a bad day for Ware. Tooting 3-1 up at Hamwell. Chertsey leading against Westfield. Ware the only team in the top three at the moment who are getting a point. They, of course, though, will want more as Kishka comes out and collects the ball on the edge of his area. Dan Rumens. Midway inside his own half. He's being wrestled by Alfie Q, but manages to get it back to Kishka. First time onto the halfway line. Beats Lee Rose and Isaac Pedro. Dewars there loses out to Lee Rose. Suddenly you get the feeling there's a new spring in the step to the league leaders here, as Fuma collects it away from Jessup. Jessup down the line. Lee Rose will that one run out of play. It will be a throw in to Ware. So the Ware fans starting the Albert Adu chant. Albert Adu, of course, limped off very early on in this one. We'll find out from Bob Halsey what that was all about on tomorrow's 90 minutes, when Kit Brown will be telling us all about what it's like to play in the 95th League Derby between these two teams as well, because he's our guest tomorrow evening. As Ware have got a throwing on the far side, and tell you, Chalfont have come back against Staines now at 2-2. So things happening at both ends of the table. Northwood had dropped to the bottom after they conceded that goal against Ashford Town Middlesex. There won't be now, as Adamson on the far side looks to go around Nathan Fuma. Fuma does well though, brings in the hard-working James Stewart. Kit Brown finds Alfie Q on the halfway line, but his header is a lax one and it goes out on the halfway line. Northwood have equalised against Ashford, so I said Northwood won't be bottom of the table. Staines are going to stay there at the moment. Ware are going to stay at the top of the table, and if things remain the way they are, which I'm sure they won't before the end, Ware will have a 4-point lead over Hamwell. He'll have 2 games in hand. But here's Pat Adamson for Ware. Good block by Isaac Pedro. Finds Alfie Q, who stops the ball well midway inside his own half and does well. Tries to bring in Kit Brown on the far side, but William Stankwell stuck to his job well, robs Brown, and in the end though he gives the ball away as it caught Luke Guymer's foot. Guymer hemmed in down that far side, and in the end it's Dan Rumens who gets the challenge in, and the ball will go out for a throw in to Hertford Town. Just joined us, Hertford 1, Ware 1. Hertford's goal from Chris Gosling in the first half cancelled out by Harry Watkins in the second for Ware. Ben Wayman, far side, brings in Luke Guymer. Guymer brings in Wayman again, who's gone over to that right-hand side. Wayman drifts inside, fires in the shot, bounces off of Gareth Madden, and Lee Rose gets it clear. Liam Hope in a run against Gosling here. Gosling, though, does well and puts it all the way back to Nick Hayes. Can tell you Uxbridge 1-1 against Bedfont. Uxbridge were in 5th, so nobody in the top 5 bar Chertsey is actually winning this afternoon. Chertsey are going to be the big winners, as Kit Brown on that far side puts the ball across. Oh, Lewis Rose has missed it, and that is an absolutely superb save from Callum Kitchka. Alfie Q can't believe it. Callum Kitchka there stuck out an arm, and he saved Ware. Alfie Q from round about the penalty spot. What an unbelievable save. But Hertford have started again as Kit Brown comes in on the far post, but the ball will go out for a goal kick. Well, heroics from the Ware keeper. I'll tell you, the top of the table then, it's going to have Ware on top, 62 points, Hamwell 58, Chertsey will be up in the third, 52. Westfield 52, Uxbridge 52, and Bracknell 50. So that's what the top of the table looks like. At the bottom, still stay bottom. 2 points adrift from FC Romania, 3 adrift from Northwood. And at the moment, Hertford would be 9 points clear in 16th place. That's the way it stands at the moment, but don't bank on it being that way. At the end of this one, 19 minutes of the second half gone here. And it's 1-1. Well, both teams have had a golden opportunity. Liam Hope skied Wares over the top. Callum Kitchker robbed Alfie Q of a certain goal with a super save. But as the Hertford boss Ben Hurd always says, don't applaud your goalkeeper for making saves like you don't clap your postman for delivering your letters. But I'm sure Callum Kitchker will get a big pat on the back from his teammates if we get something out of this. Forward though from Isaac Pedro, finds Alfie Q. Lewis Rose is in very quickly. Lewis Rose chips it forward over the head of Gosling, but he puts it back for Toby Byron. Let it bounce and has to go all the way back to Nick Hayes. Oh dear, Hayes hit that one off his shin. Bounces with James Dewars, and Dewars brought it down with a hand. So Ware have got an opportunity here. And Hertford rather architects their own downfall in that situation. Byron shouldn't have let it run. Hayes should have done better with the clearance, and Dewars shouldn't have handled it. Ware got a free kick then, midway. Inside the Hertford half, Al Rushdie is warming up on the far side for Ware. Watkins will take it, really central position, midway inside the Hertford half. Lou Rose and Dan Rumans and Lee Rose looking for the chip one on the far post. Let's see what Harry Watkins wants to do with this one here. He does chip it in. Lewis Rhodes heads it across and it's helped in. Is it? Oh, super save by Nick Hayes. Josh Williams looked to have put it in the net, and as Callum Kitchker did at the other end, Nick Hayes produced a super save as Liam Hope heads the ball wide of the target. So both keepers have produced excellent saves in this second half. It's going to be a substitution for Hertford. It's going to be made here. It's going to be Gersonek Jagden who is going to come on, and it's going to be Ben Wayman who is going to go off. So Ben Wayman goes off, Jagden comes on. Jagdev, who is a wide player, so shouldn't really alter things too much. It does look like Ben Wayman may be coming over here, and Jagdev is going to go up front. So we'll see. He's played a bit of his football in the Spartan South Midland League. He's on the far side. Hertford win themselves a throw-in. Alarousti's back on the Ware bench, so no signs of Paul Halsey making an immediate change here. As Gareth Madden's brought down by Kit Brown, and Ware will have themselves a free kick. Got around about 22 minutes of this second half gone. Hertford Town 1, Ware 1. Every game of increasing importance, particularly as far as Ware are concerned at the top of the table. But Hertford won't want to let things slide. They've got a 9-point gap to the bottom. Many people, of course, had them odds-on favourites to go down. So it just shows how things have developed here. Kitchker to the edge of the area. Gareth Madden lets it go. Here's Josh Williams. He's got to put it in, and he does. Oh, dear. Hertford's defence went AWOL, and Josh Williams has scored his 17th goal of the season, and Ware have come from behind at the Acre Cars here to go 2-1 in front. Ware supporters go to the corner flag to celebrate, and Paul Halsey's team have turned this one on its head. It's Hertford Town 1, Ware 2. Well, you've got to defend situations like that, and Hertford just didn't do it. It looked a nothing ball into the area, but Josh Williams took maximum advantage. 17 in the season for Josh Williams. I can only think of the thoughts of Ben Hurd, who's looking right opposite me on that defending, but Paul Halsey, who's just a little bit to his right, will be absolutely elated. Hertford 1, Ware 2, and suddenly, on a day where it looked bleak for the visitors, with Hanwell and Westfield both behind, this could be a pivotal day again at the top of Isthmian League Division 1 South Central, because Ware now will be in the box seat when they play Hanwell this time next week. A lot of this one to go, though. So 2 second-half goals from Harry Watkins and Josh Williams have put Ware in front here. Fuma finds Isaac Pedro. Pedro forward looking for Luke Geimer, and suddenly it's Hertford they've got to do everything at the hurry-up. Fuma looking to come forward round Adamson, can't do so. Looking to thread in Geimer and does well. Luke Geimer, though, is lost out to Harry Watkins. And Watkins turns away from Pedro and sends Liam Hope going on this near side. Goslin had read it, but he didn't collect the ball, and here's Josh Williams. Williams against Toby Byron. Williams can't keep it in. And I was saying that Toby Byron had marked him well, but Toby Byron's missed him twice in this game, and that can be the difference between winning and losing. The first one was the chance that Liam Hope put over the top. The second one was Ware's second goal. That's the difference between the top and 16th in the table in the Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. Far side of the field, Nathan Fuma for Isaac Pedro. I've still got the feeling there are more goals in this game. Forward by Maxen Fraser. Can't find Williams. Byron finds James Stewart, who's got Gareth Madden all over him. Madden brings him down. Madden puts his hands to his head as he can't believe it, but Dewars takes the free kick quickly. Geimer's round Lee Rose. Here's James Stewart with a bit of space here. Puts it through, but Kitchker's out, and Alfie Q. Well, what price that save from Callum Kitchker from Alfie Q before Ware scored their second goal, and indeed at the other end, of course, there was super save from Nick Hayes as well when Josh Williams looked to have added to his account. 17 this season for Josh Williams, which is a great return. In fact, between him and Liam Hope now, they have scored 49 goals this season between the pair of them, as Harry Watkins helps it on. Here's Pat Adamson in the box. Rebounds in the end off of Toby Byron and straight into the arms of a very grateful Nick Hayes. Dewars has got it on that far side, rolls it forward looking for Alfie Q, but he's overhit it to Kit Brown on that far side of the field. So let's just catch you up with something elsewhere, because it really is big day in the table. Hanwell 1, Tooting and Mitcham 3, and the other big score, of course, is that Chertsey are 3-0 up at Westfield. So the two teams beneath Ware are both losing. So Paul Halsey has always said that sometimes his team have not taken advantage this season when the other teams have stumbled. So have Ware. Well, not so this afternoon, although it did look like it at one stage, because Hertford led 1-0 at a half time. It could still be so, of course. Plenty of football still to be played here. Good ball finds Kit Brown on the right hand side of the area. Brown's there with William Stankwell, pulls it back for Geimer. Geimer's ball into the area as Alfie Q, heading it behind Jagdev. Jagdev pulls it back. Isaac Pedro with the shot, ricochets. Here's Jagdev, left-hand side of the area. Jagdev tries to go around Josh Williams, can't do so. A substitute, in the end, gives the ball away to Harry Watkins. Does manage to wrestle it back. Nobody really can get it under control, but Watkins, in the end, hits it forward, only as far as James Stewart. Stewart looking for some movement, finds Max Jessup, but could he try the shot there? Gets the 1-2 off of Geimer, and Pat Adamson sorts that one out by thumping it unceremoniously on this near side of the field. Adamson again, but only as far as James Stewart, midway inside the Ware half. Stewart is going to try the shot into the chest of Callum Kitchker. FC Romania 4-0 down now at home to Waltham Abbey. I think I said on 90 Minutes last week, I fear for them at the bottom of the table. I still think they're the team that are going to go down, although it's going to be Staines unless they get something out of the game, who are going to be bottom of the table this evening. A long kick forward onto the head of Max Jessup. James Stewart will pick it up inside the Ware half, comes across the halfway line under challenge from Pat Adamson. Here's Nathan Fuma. Fuma going to his right hand side, finds Luke Geimer. Fuma's continued that run, the right fullback finds Luke Geimer again. Geimer down, finds Fuma on the right hand edge of the area. Fuma gets it off of Dan Rumans. That's a corner to Hertford. So Hertford corner to be taken on that far side of the field by Luke Geimer. Ware are gaping 2 forward. Liam Hope and Josh Williams, which is forcing Hertford to bring 3 back. Toby Byron's making a late run here onto the edge of the area. Geimer with the right boot comes across. It's Lewis Rose, I think, who meets it first. In fact, it wasn't. It was Maxim Fraser who puts it out for another Hertford corner on that far side. Geimer will take it again. Diminutive number 10 goes short this time to Jagdev. That was a decent move, puts it inside the area. Ware had read it though and thumping out on that far side for a throw in. Good invention, but Ware was solidly behind it as Dewars looks for Geimer. Geimer turns around 1, finds Dewars again on that far side. Down the line is Jagdev. Jagdev looks to get around Williams Dankwa, gets the ball across the area. Toby Byron lets it run. Alfie Q. Good save again by Kitchker. He's Kit Brown. He's hit a post. Oh dear. Goalkeeper did well, and he must have got a touch on the second one because the referee's given the corner. Hertford close to an equaliser. Kit Brown near side finds Pedro. Pedro to Jagdev. He's livened things up. Tries the shot, but over the top of the crossbar. So Callum Kitchker to Ware's rescue again. He's made 2 excellent saves in the second half. And Ware still lead here by 2 goals to 1. And we've got 15 minutes of the 95th East Herts League derby left. Kitchker's going to take the goal kick from the goal away to our left out. It's been a slow burner this game, hasn't it? Didn't really have too much to offer in the first half, but it's been cracking in the second. Chances at either end. As Kitchker will take a kick from the goal away, the left-hand side isn't a good one, straight to Alfie Q, gives it back to Dan Rumans. Rumans' ball though finds James Dewars on the halfway line. Dewars slips and gives it away to Lee Rose. Rose's ball looks for Josh Williams, but Williams was in an offside position as a flag goes up on this near side. So it's going to be a free kick to Hertford. Ben Hurd's up off the upturned bucket over there on the word with Mark Sinfield. So let's see what Hertford can do to get themselves back into this one. Rumans heads it out on the far side. Ben collects the ball at the hurry up for Alfie Q. Q takes the throw in, finds Nathan Fuma. Fuma coming forward. Fuma still coming forward. Tries to get it away, but Madden picks his pocket. Finds Liam Hope on the halfway line. Controls it away from Max Jessup. Adamson gets it. A ball back off of Fuma. It comes again off the number 2 and goes out for a throw in to Ware. Going to take their time about taking it. I don't think anybody's interested in taking it on the way it looks at the moment. It's going to be Williams Dankwa. Ball back into the side. He's been very much bit part player this season for Paul Halsey, but he's done the job this afternoon. Dankwa down the line onto the head of Kit Brown, but it will go out in front of Paul Halsey, who lets it run for another throw into his team. Paul Halsey, of course, man of Ware, because that's where he lives, but used to be a Hertford manager. This one, he knows what this one means, as Lee Rose goes down on the challenge from Kit Brown, and William Stankwell will turn it towards the edge of the area, but cleared by Chris Goslin onto the head of Alfie Q. Q challenging Maxim Fraser, whose header is pretty solid, and Kitchker will collect it inside his area round about the penalty spot. So a little bit of movement. David Ogbonna goes out for a little warm-up off the Hertford bench. Attacking option. Long kick forward. Liam Hope goes up, wins it away from Jessup. Oh, Adamson just couldn't control it and Goslin was in the way. Goslin forward for Dewars. Dewars on that far side for Kit Brown. Dankwa goes to close the space. Fuma gives the ball away in the end, tamely. And Dankwa will put it all the way back to Callum Kitchker. Kitchker's long kick onto the halfway line on the head of Fuma, but must got a touch off Pat Adamson. The referee's given the throw in to Hertford. Fuma will take it. So the referee is saying I'm not quite sure what the referee's saying here. That he liked where it was taken from, or he's waiting for a substitution to occur here. I think Hertford want to make the change. Ogbonna's gone right down by the touchline on the far side. Northwood are beating Ashwood 2-1 now, as substitution is now going to be made by Hertford. Not quite sure. Can't see the numbers at the moment, but see what it's going to be. I think it might be Kit Brown who goes off, but we'll have a look and see what's being plumbed into that board on the far side. It is indeed going to be Kit Brown who goes off and David Ogbonna who comes on. So the former Barnet youth player will come on to take the place of Kit Brown. And once again, it's very much like for like. It's a wide player for a wide player. Not too much chance. I thought that maybe Sam Oyenoirin might have given another option. Maybe they'll save him for later as Fuma takes the throw in. Good header out by Pat Adamson. Alfie Q controls the ball away from Lee Rose, then goes down and wins Hertford a free kick. Lee Rose frustrated. Lee Rose already been, Lee Rose being called by the referee. It looks like he's going to get his name in the book here. And Nick Hayes is, Nick Hayes has made his way all the way up to have a word with Alfie Q. I'm assuming that's tactical advice because we've still got at least 10 minutes left. So I can't think that the goalkeeper would come up at that point. Lee Rose is going to get booked by the referee while all that's happening. And Alfie Q is spotting the ball for Hertford Town. He's about 35 yards out. Just shade to the right. Kitchker has got his wall lined up. Liam Hope is pointing to the fact that Alfie Q maybe has stolen a couple of yards. Referee makes him roll the ball back about one circumference. And Ware will have a three-man wall of Liam Hope, Harry Watkins and William Stankwell in the way. And Alfie Q will fancy his chances here. 7 goals this season for Alfie. Scored one against Ware in the corresponding game at Watson Park. That was from the penalty spot. This one's from a free kick. Let's see what he can do here. Alfie Q hits it. It is a good one. Saved by Kitchker, diving away to his left-hand side. And Ogbonna can't make anything of the rebound because Pat Adamson manages to snaffle it away. Hertford will get it back with the substitute of Bonner, but it's Harry Watkins this time who clears his lines for Ware to the halfway line. Callum Kitchker's been busy in this second half, but he has shown why many people feel he's the best keeper in Division 1 South Central. I mean, he's got a cap for England C, so he is an accomplished performer between the sticks, and Ware have needed him this afternoon. Produced a couple of excellent saves, most notably that super save from Alfie Q. Be worth watching that one again on the highlights. William Stankwell takes the throw in to the halfway line. Lee Rose goes down and the ball cannons off the back of David Ogbonna for a throw in to Ware. So 37 minutes of the second half gone. 8 minutes to go here. So some of the crowd decides they want to beat the rush. But, floodlights still haven't come on. Getting a little bit gloomy out there. Liam Hope heads it forward looking for Harry Watkins. Liam Hope still going. Liam Hope's in the area. Liam Hope has just scored his 33rd goal of the season, and surely that's it. Callum Kitchker comes up to celebrate. The Ware fans behind the goal celebrate. Ware have come back with a 3-goal blast in the second half here. And with 7 minutes remaining, it's Hertford Town 1, Ware 3. Well, real strength from Liam Hope. Left-hand side of the box, he went all the way. Hertford defenders falling in his wake, and he just rolled the ball past Nick Hayes for his 33rd of the season. And it's ending as a good day for Paul Halsey and his team. They questioned themselves after the 0-0 against Marlow last week. They questioned themselves, I'm sure, in the dressing room here at half-time when they were 1-0 down. But 3 second-half goals have shown why Ware are top of the table. Hertford fans streaming past us now. I think they know the game's up. And the 95th local derby in the league's going to go by way of Ware as Hamwell have pulled one back against Tooting. Hamwell 2, Tooting 3. But whatever happens there, Ware are going to be top of the table tonight. But are they going to be then 6 points clear of Hamwell, who will have 2 games in hand, but the 2 teams will meet next week? And if this stays the same, Ware will go into that in confident mood. So it was Hertford who took the lead through Chris Gosling. After 27 minutes, Harry Watkins equalised for Ware. 13 minutes into the second half, Josh Williams put them in front, and as you've just heard, Liam Hope made it 3-1. Can tell you, we've just seen Amwell have got one back. I think FC Romania have got one back against Waltham Abbey. They trail 4-1. But top of the table is going to have a real good look about it. We're going to make a substitution. Anna Rushdie is going to come on in place of Josh Williams, who's making his way slowly to the sideline on that far side of the field. Anna Rushdie, veteran of the last time Hertford beat Ware here, but it's going to take something special for that to happen again this afternoon. Paul Halsey's team have come from behind for the 7th time this season, and I tell you, Chalfont have scored a third against Staines now. Staines were 2 up, and Chalfont lead that one 3-2. So Staines will stay rooted to the foot of the table, and at the moment Ware will stay right on top as Liam Hope collects the ball. Looks to find Harry Watkins on that far side. As William Stanqua reacts quickest ahead of Ogbonna. And Danqua, well, Hertford were 3-1 up at Ware at Watson Park earlier in the season, weren't they? But that wasn't with 7 minutes left. They were 3-2 up with 7 minutes left, though, and Ware scored one in 4 minutes of time added on. So maybe still hope for Ben Hurd's team here. Nathan Fuma, far side, chips the ball forward. It's the Ware fans that are making themselves heard. 3.5 miles down the road from home. They've followed their team, and they've given them great backing in a crowd of 608 here at the Acre Stadium, which shows just how much this local derby has meant to everyone concerned. Hertford have got themselves a free kick. We're about to make another change. Dave Kendall's about to come on, and Lee Rose will be going off. So Paul Halsey will have made all his changes. Dave Kendall in just to settle the midfield. He and Gareth Madden now will just sit in front of that back four. Without a shadow of a doubt, Anna Rushdie's come to this right-hand side where Josh Williams was. And Hertford will be asked to do something about it. But Hertford have had their chances. Second half, Alfie Q will rue that one. But Callum Kitchker saved brilliantly, and the one from Kit Brown that the goalkeeper touched onto a post. But Hertford taking the free kick far side, and Nathan Fuma down the line for Luke Guymer. Guymer forwards, turns away to Sogbonna from William Stanqua, but runs out of space, and Dan Rumans just thumps it. Anywhere will do at this moment in time, deep inside the Hertford half. 3 minutes remaining, plus time added on for stoppages here. 3 is the operative number for Ware. They lead here by 3-1. They were 3 points clear at the top of the table, and they'll be looking to see what's happening at Hamwell, because if Hamwell don't get an equaliser against Tooting, they'll be 6 points clear at the top of the table. Oh dear, Nick Hayes has given the ball away to Liam Hope. Hope manages to just cannon it off Isaac Pedro, and Ware will get a corner, which I'm sure they won't be in any real hurry to take. Top of the table at the moment has got Ware those 6 points clear of Hamwell Town. Hamwell will come to Watson Park next week. This was the biggest game of the season till then. That'll be the biggest game of the season then, as Harry Watkins will take the corner for Ware on that far side. Watkins corner near post, and Hayes comes and collects it very well. Goalkeeper who has performed well this afternoon. Couldn't do a lot about the goals that he's conceded. Both goalkeepers have had their moments. As Toby Byron on this near side finds Chris Gosling. Gosling forward. Dave Kendall brings down Luke Guymer on the halfway line. Kendall's first action is to have Luke Guymer pulling at his right ankle. But it's going to take more time off the clock. Another substitution about to be made on the far side of the field. Dane Batt is about to come on for Luke Guymer. So Luke's going to come off on this near side, trudges off disappointedly. Dane Batt will come on, and again it's like for like in terms of those substitutions for Ben Hurd. Isaac Pedro will take the free kick part for time running out for the home side here. They went in 1-0 up at the break. They trail here by 3-1, and Nick Hayes has got a blue flare to deal with inside the penalty area thrown on by the Ware fans. It's firework night's a few months away, isn't it? But anyway, the blue flare. And it's not the blue shirts that'll be happy. It's the team in orange that lead here by 3-1. As Chris Gosling prepares to, in fact, Isaac Pedro will take the free kick forward looking for Dewars. Alfie Q. Can Hertford set up a grandstand finish here? Alfie Q on this near side of the field, going down towards the corner flag. He's done well as Alfie Q gets it across to the far post. Nobody had read it. Old Bonner had come to the near post, and in the end it goes harmlessly enough out for a goal kick. So Callum Kitchka will take the goal kick for Ware. Everybody's used their substitutes. And I make it. We're going into time added on for stoppages by our referee, Jordan Martin. It wasn't the greatest of first halves, but it's had plenty to keep us entertained in the second. And certainly for those Ware fans at the stable end, plenty to keep them entertained. They've seen their team come from one behind to score 3 times here. As Callum Kitchka thumps it forward, looking for Liam Hope. Can't get hold of it. Kendall will leave it for William Stanker, who skies it onto the halfway line. Jagdev beats Maxen Fraser to it. Here is Jagdev going down the left-hand side here for Hertford. Alarujdi gets the tackle in. Jagdev's still got the ball, but in the end it comes clear off of a Ware defender for a Hertford throw. Alfie Q has come across to take the throw. Thoughts of both managers after this, of course, and highlights from the game will be on 90 Minutes tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, with myself and Simon Alamandi, who's alongside me. And there's just referee blows for an offside decision. Callum Kitchka goes down, and Kit Brown, who's sitting over there on that Hertford bench, will no doubt be disappointed, but he'll give us his thoughts on this young Hertford team, who, it's got to be said, it'll be disappointment for Ben Hurd this afternoon, but they've pushed the league leaders here. I think they've shown just how far they've come from the team that lost 9-1 here against Westfield earlier on in the season. Hertford are a much different proposition to them, and Ware have certainly had to pull out all the stops in this one to maintain a really strong position at the top of the table. Maxen Fraser will take the throw in for Ware, midway inside the Hertford half. Fraser down the line looking for Liam Hope. Well, you can't keep out of a game, can you? He'll be mighty relieved. I've skied that one from 3 yards in the first half to have scored his 33rd of the season. Could go join top, of course, of the 90 Minutes Golden Boot. We'll see what happened in the Hertford District League with Henry Branston of Albury, who was on top this morning. Alarujdi doesn't keep the ball in on this near side, and Hertford will have a throw in. Referee's added a couple of minutes on, and referee just there's no need to tell Hertford to hurry up, because they're going to get anything out of this. They've got to perform a miracle as Alfie Q's ball meets Lewis Rose. Rose gets the challenge in from Jagdev. Lewis Rose doesn't like it at all, screaming as Jagdev's challenge went in on the knee. And the referee, well, he's checking whether Lewis Rose is all right. Don't think he saw the challenge, but he's holding off for the physio attention at the moment. And I think Lewis is going to be okay. Alfie Q and Callum Kitchka just having a couple of words, but Hertford crowd giving Lewis Rose a bit of bird, as they felt he might just have added to that just a little bit. But referee, he's going to restart with a drop ball inside the centre circle, I think. But in fact, is it going to be an uncontested drop ball? Harry Watkins is there, Alfie Q's there, Gareth Madden's there. Nobody quite knows what to do with it, and in the end drops the ball to Ware, who were in possession when the game was stopped. On this near side, Liam Hope goes up, finds Ala Ushti. The challenge comes in from Toby Byron. Good challenge coming in from the left fullback. Ball goes out though, but for Hertford it's at the wrong end as the referee looks at his watch. Byron restarts with the throw in finds Alfie Q. Q over his own head into the Ware half. Nobody at home bar Dan Rumans. Rumans returns it with interest. Chris Goslin heads it. We couldn't get much control on it. O'Connor is the first to react. Inside the centre circle, robbed by Liam Hope, who just thumps it, hopefully, into the area. Nick Hazy's going to have to come out here because Harry Watkins have reacted quickest. Finds Isaac Pedro. Referee looks at his watch once again. More time is added on as Alfie Q gets it on this near side. Q shrugs aside the attentions of Max and Fraser. It's going in the wrong direction from a Hartford perspective, though. Goes into his own half for Gosling. Oh, Gosling almost loses his footing and then turns it back to Nick Hayes. Hayes on this near side, and that is going to be it. The Ware fans at the Sable End celebrate. It's Paul Ward's team that have got local bragging rights here. Hertford were 1-0 up at half time with a goal from Chris Goslin. But second half goals from Harry Watkins, Josh Williams and Liam Hope's 33rd of the season has made it a happy day for the visitors from 3.5 miles down the road in front of a record crowd for this season of 608. It's finished in the 95th East Herts League derby. Hertford Town 1, Ware 3.